What is up, everyone? Today on Seth Leroy Hustle Adventures, I want to do a topic called Starting a Cargo Van Business, What to Expect. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, first off, let's get to the start of it. Now, I remember that month and a half, 2 months, because about the month for the authority to kick in, all that stuff. It was insanely stressful. I DoorDashed during that time just to keep, income coming. And when I was hitting it hard, I made okay money with taxes taken out, $150 if I really went hard for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The only reason I bring that up is because that eases that stress. And then, okay, you do all this stuff. I talk to a lot of people, and then when they get into it, they're like, I don't want to do that. Or they love the freedom. That's my goal, is just to have freedom. No boss telling me one thing to do. That was my main goal. But I know people have that goal too, but I don't know if some people have the ego goal where it's like, I own a business, which I don't know. But for 90% of the time, people are saying, I hate my job. I hate working for people. A lot of people, I've been at my job 20 years, and that was the same for me too. Like every job, it just like, I loved my jobs. I was appreciative to get a check, but it was just, I was so sick of the games of like, yeah, you can earn your vacation. Like I've said before, I literally, we planned 2 vacations already. Didn't have to ask anyone if I didn't have to be back Monday. That right there is worth it to me. My wife setting up doctor's appointments or our kids' appointments, or me going to my daughter's school sessions where she had where they check up on how you're doing. You can tell I went to school a lot, right? You know what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. Just like there's been so many things like going to Timberwolves games, just like that's why I did it. And that's what still motivates me either way, because it does get rough. And that's why I want to talk about this. There's a lot of people I want people to understand what it is getting into it. Like there's so many variables, because a lot of people will talk to me, and I talk to people all day helping and talking about it. And if there's any inkling of reservations or you don't know if you want to do it, do not do it. And that's not what I'm not saying not taking the leap, because that's what I did too. I was very nervous to turn in my company phone to this trucking company I was working for. But what I'm saying is I'm saying if there's any inkling where you're like, I don't know if I'd want to do that. That's the thing too. Don't get in a fairy tale world, because if you're thinking, oh, it's going to be so lovely, I'm just going to be traveling all around and it's going to be beautiful, which it is to me. Perception is stronger than reality. So whatever you perceive it as, it's going to be. That's what I believe in. And trust me, there's rough days too, but I love it. I mean, I love just cruising, listening to podcasts, and then, then there's been some very stressful times, especially everything falls on you. You never know what's going to happen next, because it's a very random industry. And that's what I like about it too, because I'm ADD. So I like when it's blah, 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 blah. So anywho, because I was sick of the mundane thing at work too. So that's what I mean. There's so many variables. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes I feel like it could be what you've been through in life. Sometimes. I'm not saying everyone, but if you've had, I think it takes the right type of person sometimes. I'm not saying I'm just saying from what I've seen talking to people, because if you've been through some stuff, this is nothing to you. And I have 4 kids and a wife, and we are very insanely close. So my first 2 long runs were weird for me. Now I only stay out 4 to 5 days max. That's it. That's my cutoff. We make 800, which is the minimum, 1,200, which is our goal. And sometimes we've made that in 3 days, and then I come home. But it depends on the person. The reason I bring up I have kids and a wife and stuff, so it can work for anybody. It just depends on how you do it. There's so many variables. That's why, too, I tell people there's so many variables. Where you live, where you're from, what you're trying to do. So many people, something I'm going to tell you, so many people say, I want to travel all over, and then they're out 1 week for a while. Like, let's say 5 days, and they're like, bro, this is not for me. And that's cool. But also I tell people, too, well, shift your attention. Yeah, if you want to try local and doing all those apps and stuff, you could do that, too. And in the meantime, do side hustles like DoorDash, get a part-time job. That's my plan. If it ever got shaky, because it has been slower the last couple of weeks, but not to where that. We're still making our minimum of 800 a week. But I would literally go get a part-time job and then do a couple of runs a week, 2 runs or something. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many other things that I've been learning, and I've been sharing it with all you guys, all the apps that I've been learning, the dispatchers. I'm an open book. I'm here to help. So to me, that's why I'm doing this one on what to expect, because that's I'd say the biggest issue I've noticed is, people, should I start one? It depends. if your goal is to become rich, I wouldn't. I mean, unless your goal is to eventually own a fleet and stuff, I'm sure people can make crazy money. So I'm just speaking from just being a single owner operator, and I know some that have made decent money too. But it's more like, from what I can see, if someone goes super hard, like Alan, he talked about it. I can't remember exactly what he grossed that year, but he goes super hard, like 3 weeks at a time, and like and even more sometimes. I remember him talking about that. And he made like, I think he said like 90K, something like that, which is really good money. But I think that's what he said. Don't quote me. We both watch each other's videos, so I don't. But what I'm saying is that's someone keeping it real too. And that's what I love about him, because like it's just like keeping it real. It's not a fairy tale. It's freedom. It's freedom. I love it. But I've noticed some people, I think, just hate their job. But that's why I wanted to make What to Expect, because, it does get smooth once you start, gaining a reputation, and once you start getting good with brokers and stuff. And now I have like where I just get loads, like they'll pick me. There was one time, I guess they told me 37 emails and just gave it to me because I had done several runs for them that went very smooth. That's what I'm saying. Like, it gets better and it gets easier, but sitting around saying I can't find loads over and over again is not going to get you to the goal. You have to grind, and it is a grind. But then when it gets smoother, it gets smoother. That's what I'm saying. At 7 months about now, it's been very smooth. You have ups and downs weeks, but that's part of it too. You need to be ready for up and down weeks. We've only had one really bad week. Other than that, it's been, 1,200 a couple weeks in a row. Profit, that's taxes, gas, everything taken out. Expenses, and then this gas crisis, whatever. You just deal with it. And what's the point of complaining about it? But that's what I would say to expect. And so you can expect the unexpected. That's a good way of putting it. You can expect to never know what's going to pop off, but it's exciting and it's fun to me. But the freedom is what makes it all worth it. Like, I don't even care. Like, I'll be stressed out sometimes, but I don't care. I don't have a boss stress me out. I look inside myself and, okay, let's hustle more. Let's figure this out. But anyways, that's it. That's it for this one. Starting a cargo van business and what to expect. Expect the unexpected. I just thought of that while I was saying it, because it is true. And is it worth it? Yes, to me. And, to some people who hit me up say, oh, it's going great. It's all a preference, but I wanted to sort of point out some of these things. But anyways, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine. I'm just happy you're here. Oh, we got merch too if you want it. That's okay. If you don't, that's cool. Just happy for everyone rocking with us and watching us. And everyone have a blessed day. And oh yeah, keep hustling.